mixed martial a-hole.
No way.
Oh! From the Queen Studios of New York, UFC 218 Fight Week. Tough 26 finale. Conor McGregor, will he come back to the UFC boxing with the MMA-Holes? Yes. Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes. What's going on? TGIW. That's what I want you guys to remember right now. TGIW. Thank God it's Wednesday. Wonderful, wonderful Wednesdays. That's right. The MMA-Holes have been doing an after show for about 5 months right now, and we've been growing this community. It's just been growing like weeds. Now, this is the first night where Kobe, from Kobe's Corner, who's in the chat right now, he started the party off. He got the party swinging right out of the gate, shot out of a cannon. Kobe goes on and takes out the competition and starts off this wonderful, wonderful night.
Wonderful, wonderful.
This is episode number 61. I've been doing this show for 61 weeks in a row on Wednesdays, and it's been the best fucking time ever. I've been having the greatest time ever. And now I get to the pleasure of collaborating with 2 other channels, Kobe from Kobe's Corner and Jessie Belle Hill. In that little phone over there, tickle that phone over there. You can check that out, and bang, right over there. There it is. Check them out. Every Wednesday, we're looking to do this. Every Wednesday, we are looking to take over YouTube one fook at a time. MMA on YouTube will never be the same. Never. What else is there to do on a Wednesday night, right? What else is there to do? There's nothing. There's nothing else to do on a Wednesday night. So here we are, a community of fooks. If you're new to this, well, welcome. You picked the right time to jump aboard. Inside this chat room over here is the cringiest bunch of motherfuckers you ever meet. The MMA-Holes. Say hello to the MMA-Holes inside that chat. We're going to go 2 hours strong, and then we're going to take you into the after show. Jessie Belle Hill. Let's go. We got Buddy Love's in it. Wow, Buddy Love, haven't seen you in a hot minute. Tanner. Dixie Normus is here. Jay Smooth. Cassandra. Alistair Crowley is here. Tommy Arnold. Antoine DeMarcus with a wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Cassandra's here. Yeah, we saw that. G-Man Mule. Kobe says 61 swole weeks. That's right. Darth Bane is here as well. Bosco Star is here. Says get MMA Barber on the prime time. There you go. MMA Barber. Anyway, the account that was in Kobe's stream was fucking. I was laughing so hard at the. I don't even want to say it. If you're here, show yourself. Fucking hilarious. There is an account. Every once in a while, you get these troll accounts that jump in here, and I was laughing pretty fucking hard. It was really good. So if they're here, I'll definitely give them a shout out. Jay Smooth, 420 high time. Hi everyone, except one. Cassandra says except for one, and I have to guess that one person is Jason Smooth. That's right, Jay Smooth. Hello, Chris, says Ann H. It's good to see you guys here because on tonight's show, Dana White is wearing a little Irish hat. Conor McGregor might never fight again, says Dana White. That's right, never fight again. We will be discussing that tonight. We will be talking about MMA topics. We will be opening up the phone lines, and it is fight week for 2 cards. That's right, two cards. Before I get started, for those of you that were in Kobe's stream, hit me with the ones in the chat so I know that you were there to see Kobe's stream. Let me know right now in that wonderful, wonderful chat. While you guys do that, like the shit out of this video because we got 26 likes, and every 10 times we do this. We make Bruce Buffer dance. Yeah, I'm so hard. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
There we go. Every 10 times we make that obnoxious play. So make sure you tickle that like button and share this video. Don't be a coont. It's a real good morning, you gorillas, says Darth Bane. All right, so Michael Anzalone, Antoine DeMarcus, Tanner, Greg says, nope, I wasn't there. You better make the next one then. Tommy Arnold and H Darth Bane was the moderator. Good stuff. Good stuff. Go check out Kobe's Corner. All right. Let's get on with our regularly scheduled programming, but we got 10 more likes. That's right. Just when you thought you had enough, you're going to dance again. Let's go.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes.
Fuck you, dislikes. Yo.
I've got 10 more
Gonna rap
likes.
one-on-one shoulder?
Stop the song. Stop the fucking song.
Need a fucking army.
Tickle that
Come take
donation
your
button.
belts off me.
Quickly.
Chris, respect for the art of war strategy. I mean the group podcasts Kobe and Jessie. Love to all in chat. I hear they found video of MMA Barber. Is that correct? Show it. Will Kobe do a video about it?
I don't know what the deal is with that. I did speak to Kobe briefly about it, and thank you, Craig Lee, for that $2 donation. I do appreciate that. I don't know what the deal with that is, but if anything does surface, I'm sure we will make fun of the situation over and over again. He could provide info. Regardless, we will have fun with it any way we can because we will make it into a bit, and it's quite amusing. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on with that. And yeah, that is the strategy. We are taking over Wednesday nights. We can do this. We can have a podcast where me, Kobe, Jessie, we all sit together and we have a show. But why do that? Why do that when we could actually just fucking bang out a bunch of hours of just content for you guys? You know? Think of that. 8 to fucking like almost 1 in the morning of just pure content. If you can't make one show, you got another show. Everything piggybacks off each other. You have 3 different opinions on MMA topics. It's the only way to do this. I don't see any other fucking MMA channels doing this. This is how you do it. This is how you do. Sorry. All right, that was bad. No. Oh God. Too much coffee. Too much fucking coffee. By the way, thank you again for the Monday stream. When I went live on Monday, Frank Pavon, fucking Brady Ferguson, you guys, I don't even know what to say. I literally was feeling like complete shit, and I just dragged myself on the stream live on the Monday show. I wasn't going to do a show, but I was like, I got to do it. I can't not do it. And I felt like shit. But I was like, let's have some fun with the MMA-Holes. And you guys showered me with donations. It really means the world to me. It seriously does that you guys keep on contributing to the show. So I really do appreciate that. And much love to everyone that just jumps in over here. And it's not just these people. It's those people over there. These are the heart and soul of the channel as well inside that phone. The people that like this video over here every week, they are the heart and soul. This is real talk here, right? And we're all talking about the same thing, the thing that we love, mixed martial arts. So let's talk about topics. Flex for topics. That's right, with an X. Topics with an X. That song gets everyone up on the dance floor. If I do that, right? If I do that, this is how we do it. Will everyone in the chat get up and start dancing? That's what I want. Real talk. That's right, Mr. J. Aldo plans is to beat Holloway at UFC 218 and then win the trilogy and then retire as champion. That is Aldo's plan. To beat Holloway, win the trilogy, and retire as champion. So maybe Max Holloway is not far off from saying that Jose Aldo doesn't have that fire in his eyes. He's already talking about retiring. I'm going to do this, and then I retire. So that's what Aldo is saying. Let me know in the chat. Before we go on with the topics, I want to know what you're thinking. I want you to just tell me what's on your mind. Aldo, first of all, do you think he's going to get past Holloway at UFC 218, which is this fucking Saturday? This Saturday. Do you think Aldo's going to get past Max Holloway? I say. But you can't count him out. You can't count him out. If Jose Aldo does that leg kick shit that he should have been done the first time, you never know. I don't think it's a layup this time for Max Holloway. I don't see layup. I actually think that this fight goes to distance. I do feel that Aldo is going to make it more tricky. It's going to be a trickier fight for Max Holloway this time around. I feel that Aldo will not go into berserker mode and try to fucking completely knock his head off and be smarter this fight and use those leg kicks, utilize those leg kicks. But how could you go against a guy like Max Holloway. Now, I would like to see the numbers, and when we do our Fight Buddies, we will talk about this with the odds and stuff like that. Might be a good bet, Aldo. It might be a good bet if it's lopsided a lot. Because you got to remember, it's still Jose Aldo. It's still Jose Aldo. People think he sucks. I mean, look at his resume. The guy was a beast. Maybe he has one more little run left in him with taking that belt back. Now, if, gun to my head, you were saying, Chris, well, who do you pick? I usually don't like to give my picks, but I've been saying it all along. As of now, it could change on Saturday, but as of now, I'm still going with Holloway. Let's see what we got. Maxi by KO, says Tommy Arnold. Fuck no, says Jay Smooth. Aldo has no chance, says Merc Man. It's actually a decent card. I can't wait. Dixie Normus, we're going to look at that card, and it's actually really good. It really is. And honestly, I think Aldo Holloway 2 is a better fight than Frankie Holloway. There's more intrigue with Frankie Holloway. I'll give you that. But I think Aldo Holloway 2 is a better fight just to watch, in my opinion. Aldo is going down quicker than Pettis, says Tommy Arnold. Max will beat him faster this time, says Tanner. Same result as last time, says Merkman. Retro Robbie says Max looks better every time. He's still really young. So we haven't seen the potential of Max Holloway. Chris, no. Max going to beat down on Aldo again. So look at this. Everyone in here is going Max, Max, Max. Aldo is knee joke or no joke. Yeah, no joke, says Olympia Lowlife. Rest in peace, Aldo. So at least Olympia is seeing that he is no joke. But a lot of people in this chat are very high on Max Holloway, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. I mean, look at Max Holloway. Let's go over to UFC 218. Look at Maxwell. Yeah, we're like that. We're that close that I call him Maxwell. Right, Maxwell?
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, Max Holloway. Now look at this fucking resume. Check it out. Open your eyes. Soak it in. My man Max Holloway, the Hawaiian, is 18-3-0. But remember, he's only 25 years old. We haven't seen shit yet from Max Holloway. Look at the record. His last loss is to a person named Conor McGregor. That's right. But it's look how far ago. Oh, Jesus Christ. 2013. And it went the distance. It went the distance. That's right, buddy love. Hashtag TGIW. I want you guys, if you're on social media, TGIW is how we're doing this. Bang. At the MMA-Holes. Tag us. Kobe. Tag me. Tag Jessie Bell Hill. 3 shows on a Wednesday night. Doesn't get better than that. At the MMA-Holes. Hashtag TGIW. Thank God it is Wednesday. My favorite day of the week. Hump day. Hump day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could even count. 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 fights in a row. 11 fights in a row. It is 2017. It's ending. The last loss was 2013. So, yeah. You can't count him out, right? You can't count out Max Holloway. Max Holloway. That was a terrible match. I got to work on my Max Holloway. You can't count him out. But if the odds are lopsided, and we're going to look at it on the Saturday Fight Buddies, why not throw a couple of bucks on Aldo? You know? I'm curious. According to SB Nation report, Conor McGregor in very serious danger as mob demands ransom for a barroom brawl. Now, Kobe actually brought this to my attention yesterday. It was like these local rag magazines talking about this shit. And Conor McGregor apparently just got into a little scuffle with some mob people, fucked some people up over there. And now there's a bounty. This is weird. I was waiting for one of these big players to throw something out there. And SB Nation, who we know, they try to get it right. And they say he's in very serious danger, in quotes, as mob demands ransom for barroom brawl. Now, Conor McGregor, barroom brawl, Conor McGregor jumping over octagons, not octagons, a circle cage in Bellator, and trying to smack around fucking refs and people he shouldn't be smacking around. Some people say he's on drugs. He's partying too much. I think it's a mixture of both. I think the guy's having a little bit too much fun out there. What's up, Dave? I see you. I'm looking at you. What's the bounty? $900,000 bounty? Is that the number? Irish Mob will do fucking nothing, says Merkman. Is that true, Connor? Yes, oh, yeah, he agrees. Connor says, fuck them. Fuck the Irish Mob. Yeah. I don't know what to believe here. I don't know what's going on. I do know the guy is over his head with the craziness. He's getting a little nuts. And wouldn't you? He's like a grown-up Justin Bieber right now. Doesn't know what to do with all his money. The weird thing is he just popped out a kid. He didn't pop it out. D. Devlin did. He popped out a fucking kid. Or she popped out a kid. And now he's running around doing all this crazy shit. Some say he wants to stay in the news. I am not worried. And we're going to get into this more later on because of what Dana White said. But I am not worried about Conor McGregor not fighting again. I am not convinced that this is the end of Conor McGregor fighting. Now, I'm going to keep it vague right there. I'm going to get into that as we get past our topics over here. Francis Ngannou believes UFC wants him to beat Alistair Overeem, plus fight for a title. So Ngannou says he's the young, fresh face out there. What's up, Marlon? He's the young, fresh face, and he is the one that the UFC is pushing to win and beat Alistair Overeem. I concur. I think that's what the UFC wants. I think Ngannou is speaking truth. Francis Ngannou, it's another big fight over here. Francois versus Alistair. 1 versus 4. Alistair's like, no, man, you're supposed to come past me first before you try to go for a title fight. That's terrible. My impressions are horrible today. But it's all right. You forgive me, right? Yeah. All right. Alistair Overeem sitting over there. Francis Ngannou. Now, a lot of people are saying, hey, Alistair Overeem, he's a beast. He's been around forever. He revamped his style. He fights with Jackson Wink. He's got some shit going for him, right? Francis Ngannou, he's only been fighting MMA for what, 3 or 4 years? Is he really ready to fight a guy like Alistair Overeem? I say 100% he's ready. I mean, why is he not ready to fight Alistair Overeem? I don't think this is going to be a close fight. I'm not going to give you my guaranteed prediction, but I'm giving you a hint. Who do you guys have in the chat? Let me know in the cringe chat. Alistair or Francis? Let me know right now. Overeem or Francis? Number 1 or number 4? Let me know in the chat. I don't know, man. I do think that the UFC is pushing him. They want Ngannou to be the young guy. I mean, Ngannou's how old? Let's see. There he is. Scares the fuck out of me, this guy. TGIW, says Jessie with the beeps. Doing the after show. Ngannou's on a nice little win streak over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big man fighting with the big boys. Think about that win streak, by the way. Check this shit out, man. 5-fight win streak. 5-fight win streak. Round 1 KO. Round 1 submission. Round 1 KO. TKO. Doctor stoppage. KO, TKO, round 2. All finishes. My man over here, not in a baby division. My man over here is coming in, just fucking putting people to sleep. Now, he is 31 years old. He got in the game a little bit later, but I think he's at his prime right now. I think now is where I don't know. He's ready. But some people don't think it's enough time against a guy like Alistair Overeem, who's fought everywhere, not just the UFC. All over the world. Alice has been in the game for a hot minute. So, Ngannou, okay, maybe he has a tough task here. But, I don't know. Let's see what the chat says. I got Reem. Francis, says Michael McDonald. No way Francis wins a decision. Reem schools him on points. Well, if it goes to a decision, all right, Retro Robbie, if it goes to the decision, 100% Reem. Like a gazillion % Reem. I just don't. Look at the stats. I got the black guy, says DeReal. Number 1, but it's a coin flip, says Kobe. Bosco says BBC for
Wonderful.
the big black cock. Ngannou, says Merkman. They have no idea what his age is. It said 31. Francis, Aussie dude. Francis. That's my brother's middle name. Is Dana saying Connor's potentially can't fight again? I will talk about that after topics. Topics. Just want to play it again. We're going to talk about it after topics. We got 10 more likes. 42 likes, guys. 42 likes. Let's go. Everybody dance.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
Thank you. We just went a little crazy for a second over there. Things got completely out of control. Reem got it. Says J Smooth. Nas is Meaty Clackers. BBC. NWO. Topics. That's right. Francis has a hammer for sure. This is Kobe's Corner. Francis has to have a big ding dong, right? If you look at this guy, how could this guy not have a big cock, right? No homo, guys. No fucking homo. I'm a married man, for God's sakes. But let's be honest. The guy has a fucking big pole swinging between his legs, right? Right?
That's it. That's it. Yeah, good.
That we speak the truth here. We speak the goddamn truth. So there you go with that. We're going to be discussing that UFC 218 card, getting back into it. Saki is out of UFC 219. I'm a little upset about this. I was looking very forward to seeing Saki versus Roundtree, and he is out. They had a picture of him in the hospital, all bandaged up and shit like that, and I don't know. There was something up with him. He looked like he was really fucked up. But Gokhan Saki versus Roundtree would have been a fun one. Two guys that like to fucking stay on the feet. I mean, Saki is a fucking assassin. But I still wanted to see that fight. We're not going to see that fight. They're looking for another opponent for Khalil Roundtree. Dana White wants to know how Edgar broke his orbital bone during practice. So Dana White sounds like he's questioning the orbital bone incident with Frankie Edgar. And why? Why even bother? Like, why even bother saying that? There's something about Dana White, right? Uh-oh. Look out!
Coffee tip dance.
Coffee tip dance. Coffee tip.
Coffee tip dance.
Dump your coffee on your head.
Coffee tip dance. Coffee tip dance. Thank you.
MARLYNN Lane.
Hugs less than 3.
Hugs less than 3. Hugs with the heart. MARLYNN Lane, part of the 7%. Part of the 7%. Thank you very much, MARLYNN Lane. You are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Edgar not training with headgear. What the fuck, says Retro Robbie. All right, so you can question it, but it is what it is. He's got his Aldo shit. Billy Packham. Well, he doesn't say gay. Well, he says gay, but I say. There you go. Wheezing 336 is massive raging horsecock. So there you go. It says Francis Ngannou has a massive raging horsecock. Oh, God. Now, you see those ridiculous things that come up with our songs and shit like that down in the description. You can tickle our donations over there. And we have all different denominations for those donations. So you can play different songs and you can interrupt the show anytime you would like. We also have a super chat going with the dollar symbol. So make sure you tickle our gobble dollar symbol down below, and there's a super chat as well. Thank you so much, Marlon. You're awesome. MARLYNN Lane, the first 7%er, I think. I'm almost positive MARLYNN Lane was the first 7%er, so thank you very much. If Conor lets one fight end his career, if Conor lets one fight end his career, he is a pussy. This is Thomas Williamson. One fight end his career, he's a pussy. We're going to talk about more of that in a second. Because Dana White is in the news. Dana White. All right, so he talked about Frankie Edgar. He likes to throw his guys under the bus. I'm not a big fan of him doing that. Anyway, it is what it is. Dana also said that Rousey said she wanted to get a sleeve, a tattoo sleeve, right? When Rousey was doing her thing, she was on top of the world, and she goes over to Dana White, and she says, Dana, I want to get a sleeve. I want a tattoo right up the arms. And Dana White said,
No!
Dana White said no. And what happened? Rousey said, okay, I'm not going to do it. But Dana White said absolutely no. This is during an interview. It was a couple of days ago. This is where all this news broke, where Dana White was just kind of kicking back. And he was just answering questions and just not giving a fuck. This is like the not give a fuck version of Dana White. It's really weird.
I'm gonna wrap one on one shoulder.
Gregory!
I'm gonna wrap the other on the other shoulder. And you're gonna need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
It's only 6% because you must give it up for the 1% transgender. Darth, I am your father.
There you go. Uh-oh. It's come out.
Darth, I am your father.
There you go. Craig Lee is Darth's father. There you go. Craig Lee, thank you for the donation. So Yeah, that's an interesting story. You know, Ronda Rousey wanted to get a sleeve, and Dana White said no. He talked her out of it. He says, no, you're not going to do that. You're a pretty girl, and you can't have tattoos. It's really weird that Rousey even listened to him. But when Conor said it to him, and he brought this story up too, Conor's like, I'm going to get a screaming gorilla on my chest. Dana's like, no, don't do that. And Dana White says, he says, no, don't do that. And Conor goes, what did he say? He said something like, what does he know? He's old or some shit like that. And he went to get this screaming gorilla tattoo. Anyway, and look what happened. Conor gets that screaming gorilla tattoo on his chest, and it does nothing. It doesn't change anything. If anything, it's like people see that gorilla and they think Conor McGregor. So I don't understand what people's things with tattoos are. I understand what women, like some people are like, oh, women can't have tattoos and shit like that. I don't fucking get it. Who gives a fuck? It's their body. Let them do whatever the hell they want, right? Dana doesn't like tattoos at all, says Wheezing 336. Yeah, Dana has this weird thing, and he said if he got a tattoo in the 80s when he was thinking about getting a tattoo, he'd have something with the Cure on it, and then he would look back and be all, I don't know. Who gives a fuck? You know what a tattoo is? As you can see, they're on me. But what a tattoo is it's something to document your life. You get a tattoo that basically shows you a point in your life. So anyone that has a tattoo, even if it's a terrible tattoo, it's a good tattoo, it doesn't fucking matter. It shows pieces of your life. It's like a story. It tells a story. So to the people that don't like tattoos, fuck off. Anyway, in the chat, let me know what you think over here. What do you guys think about tattoos? Yes or no? Now, some people don't like tattoos. My is not a tattoo person. You know, he has a parrot on his arm. He's not a tattoo person. But let me know what you guys think in the chat about tattoos, because Dana White said, Rousey, you cannot have it. You can't have a tattoo. I like that Conor's like, you're fucking old, so who gives a fuck? At least the Cure is cool, says Olympia Lilith. Yeah, when he said that, I was like, what's the big deal? Get your weight up, Darrell. So Uhtred is calling out Darrell. Aber real shit, though, says Darth Bane. I'm in the, hold on. Jessie says, I'm in the woman with tattoos %. There you go. So Jessie does have some tattoos. Tattoos are cool, says Ann H. Pulse Nightclub Shooter is here, says the public is bored with Conor. And I think we got to talk about it. In a second. But let's get some more votes from that chat. 45 likes, 5,651 subscribers. This weekend, we're looking to hit 6,000 subscribers, but at 5,700, we let the dragons loose. So there you go. 100% tattoos. Michael James London says, yes, tattoos. Yes, tattoos. On tattoos, fuck Dana, says Olympia Lowlife. I've got a freckles. Does that count? Yeah, fuck it. Zero Fuchs for or against. This is Islamic Bacon Grease. So yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want. No, the needles freak me out, says Michael Anzalone. So he says, I don't like needles either, but tattoos are different. No, tats are for twats. Gary Banjo Sandwich says tattoos are for twats. How dare you, Gary? Tattoos are for whores and sailors. Palo. Buddy Love says, I don't mind some tattoos on females, but too many is not my thing, especially if they have a bunch of cliche shit. I personally love tats, though. Ronda should be able to, says Buddy Love. Let them tattoo. No face tattoos, though, says Merck. So he says everything but the face. But what about Mike Perry? Merck, Mike Perry has platinum on his face, and it somehow works in some weird way. I could never get a face tattoo. I want a neck tattoo, but I don't think I could do a face one. Let them tattoo. No face tattoos, though. Marlene, oh my God, girl. You need some ink, says Olympia Life. I got tats. Kobe's Corner. Shane Hargis says, I'm a sailor. Uh-oh. Do you have tattoos? Is the question. I'm assuming you do if you're a sailor. Dana White keeps a dick-shaped water bong on his mantle, says Pulse Nightclub. Is that a fact? I think that is. I think that actually is. Wait, hold on. This just in? Yes? It is a fact. Yes, Conor McGregor says yes. TGIW. That's right. Thank God it's Wednesday. 3 fucking shows. 3 shows. God, I feel good. I feel really good. Jessie Bell Hill comes into this community, right? She came all over the community. And she's doing the after show. Ever since she did the after show, look at the numbers, how they've been spiking up. Jessie's doing great over there. Go subscribe to Jessie Bell Hill, our moderator. And it's been a lot of fun. It brought some energy. It shuttles the traffic back and forth. I like the idea of having 3. I go on at 9, and sometimes it's a little late for people at 9, and Jessie goes even later. So with Kobe going on earlier, it just works. I just feel like it works. So go subscribe to Kobe from Kobe's Corner, Jessie Bell Hill, and of course the MMA-Holes. Link in the description to their actually shows for tonight and to their channels as well. All right. Ozdemir versus DC for lightweight title official for UFC 220. Let's see if we could take a look. It's in a book. It's Reading Rainbow. All right. UFC 220. Let's go to the schedule over here. And drop in loads. Okay. And it's UFC 219. We're going to talk about this too. I don't know what the fuck is going on. It is cursed. UFC 219 is goddamn cursed. Especially with, hold on. What happened on this card over here? Osaki is out. So, yeah, and we don't have a real main event over here. It's just cursed. But let's go to UFC 220. And they have themselves a lightweight title fight. Holy cry and MARLYNN OMG in the Fukunas.
What the fuck is Kraken Holes sign of the horns fire WOOO?
Paulie crying MARLYNN OMG dropping that super chat. Thank you. You're wonderful.
Wonderful.
Man, you guys are making me blush tonight with these wonderful donations. Thank you, Paulie crying MARLYNN OMG. I do appreciate it. If you ever want to interrupt the show, you know how to do it. Super chat and links are in the description. He made Conor fly. Good stuff. Let's see what we got. UFC 220, 219. Oh, they didn't even piece it together yet over here. 221, 220 over here. Let's see. They didn't even drop it on the website yet, but they do have it could be the main event, and it looks like a good main event to me. Ozdemir versus DC. I guess Ozdemir is cleared and ready to go. I know he got into some legal problems, but yeah, Ozdemir versus DC is set to be at 220. It's official. So there you go. And if you don't like, you can lick my balls.
Lick my balls.
Abba Zabba, what's up? They should offer $219 for a reduced price to draw people into watching UFC. Abba, $219 is reminding me of UFC. What was it? 208? I forgot. I was there in Brooklyn. I think it was UFC 208. Yeah. It reminds me of UFC 208. Although Cyborg versus Home is definitely way more watchable than Home versus Durandamy, right? So we can agree on that this is a way more watchable main event. I mean, Khabib versus Barboza is a fun one, you know. Rivera has Lineker, should be a good one. But look at this is the things that scares me over here about this card, okay? Khabib versus Barboza. You got a guy that has the craziest kick in the UFC.
You're gonna wrap one on one shoulder.
You got Craig Lee.
You're gonna wrap the other on the other shoulder, and you're gonna need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Craig Lee's making it rain.
Tattoos are okay. I'm retired Navy and have plenty. I hate the jailhouse tattoos and the stupid home done tattoos. I guess if you want a tattoo, make sure you're not drunk or high, and will you like it 10 years from now?
Well, listen, I mean, I guess if you don't want a tattoo, make sure you're not drunk or high and you want, yeah, I mean, people make mistakes with tattoos. You see that a lot. People, just get something like, fuck, maybe I wish I got this instead of that. It happens a lot. My father thinks women with tattoos are whores. So that's good too. He says they're whores. I mean, I don't think women with tattoos are whores. I think it's kind of sexy, to be honest, but that's just me. But thank you, Craig Lee, for the wonderful donation. Here's what worries me about this, and I'm going to get to you guys in the chat in a second, all right? Like I said, if you do want to crowbar stuff on, so you see how they do it, you could drop in a couple of bucks, a couple of bills, and I could definitely get to your comments, but I will get to that chat, don't worry. UFC 218 worries me in the worst fucking way. Cyborg versus Holm, I think it's going to be good. I think this is actually going to be a decent fight over here. I mean, Chris Cyborg, when is it not fun to watch Cyborg fight, right? Nurmagomedov versus Barboza, you got that striker versus the humper, right? Rivera versus Lineker. You got the striker versus the humper, right? This could be two hump fests right over here. Very well could be two hump fests over here. And I think that's what we're going to see. I think we're going to see Khabib find a way to get on top and to mutilate Barboza. I think we're going to see Jimmy Rivera get on top and mutilate Lineker. So right over there, yeah, all right, cool. Cavillo versus Esparza. Interesting one over here. Two ground girls. They're going to roll around. They're going to scissor on the floor. Could be interesting. That could be an interesting one. Keep an eyeball on that. This will be a good one right here. Condit's back with Magny. Okay. So now you have some plus sides on this card. This fight, I'd love to see. I think it's a great fight. Diakasey's here as well versus a hooker.
Wonderful,
The
wonderful.
Hooker versus Diakese. So, I mean, Usman, good fight over here. Are we dead? Oh, shit. They got the replacement. Here we go. Roundtree's got
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah. So that fight, there you go. So he has an opponent, right? Just like that. They replaced Asaki and they got that. Is it the worst card? No. Is it a middle of the year pay-per-view? Yes. It's not the end of the year pay-per-view that we need. It's not the December 30th pay-per-view. The big finale pay-per-view that we need. So I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about this card. I am not sold on it being the finale of the 2017 season. It could still wind up being a very good card. Just looking through it, it could be, but I have my questions about it. So I'm really curious to see if they could try to drop something on there. Give us something. Replace Home. All you have to do is find something to replace this. A DJ versus Mighty Mouse. I mean, yeah, well, hold on. TJ versus Mighty Mouse. Jesus Christ.
Wonderful, wonderful.
TJ versus Mighty Mouse would be a perfect fit. You know, drop that on this thing. That would be a lot of fun to watch. You know, Stipe is not going to be coming back. If Woodley gets his head out of his ass and takes on a fight like against Colby Covington, that would be a lot of fun to watch too. You drop a fight like that on this card, it completely changes the dynamic of UFC 219. So I really do think that we're not done. We haven't seen the final product for UFC 219. They still have to put this thing together. So I'm cautiously optimistic. Let's look inside the chat over here. You're watching the MMA-Holes live. If you have not liked this, do it now. If you have not shared this, what the fuck you waiting for? And subscribe to the GOAT channel. Humpfest for sure. The Hooker fight will be the best one, says Michael James London. Cyborg, a.k.a. Ray Finkel, says Retro. Cyborg got a bigger dick than Francis, says Steven Cedillo.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Craig Lee, what? Get tats? I can't. I don't want scar tissue bumps all over me. Yeah, Marlon? Well, if that's the case, no. I'm a mod now. Thanks, Holes. Pulse Nightclub Shooter's a mod now. This gave Roundtree a can. Yeah, they gave Roundtree a can. That's what it looks like to me. Roundtree's he's got powerful hands. Pay me to view Dana, you bum, says Gary Banja Sandwich. Cyborg, a guy, though, equals search. Is Chris Cyborg a transgender or transsexual, says Mike Reynolds. I mean, you never know. They're going to have to do a cup check on the way in. I like Church's Chicken. DeReal with the stereotypes. Now, DeReal, being a fine brother from Chicago, Church's Chicken, is it all? I mean, is it that good? I know that you've spoken about Church's Chicken before. I'm curious if it is that good. If it is indeed that good, maybe I'll travel to the projects and go get me some Church's Chicken. Let's see what else you got here. Cooper versus Magana. There we go. Fight of the year. This is Kobe's Corner. Yeah, it's possible. You know, you never know, right? That's why you watch. That's why you tune in. MMA Holes, I just thought of something. Did Carrie predate MARLYNN? That's a fucking good question. It's a really good question. Carrie Sliven. Did she come be first to Marlon? I think she did.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, Carrie, I think, was before Marlon, if I'm not mistaken. So Marlon was the first normal of the 7%. Let's just put no offense, Carrie. Marlon is the first normal of the 7%. 48 likes, 5,651 subscribers. Thank you. Chicken is a dirty bird, says Brian Roger. Watch that video, says Mike Reynolds. Which video are we talking about? Hold on. He says, is Chris Cyborg transgender? Okay. I don't know what video we're talking about. Holly will KO that Cyber by head kick. Paulie crying Malinaji. Could you fucking imagine? Think about it. Holly's taken, she's caught a couple of L's, right? The last one was questionable. There she is. Would you? How many beers would it take? Let me know in the chat. All right, so L-Fest. Betch Correa or Beth Correa. I say Betch Correa. That's how I'm just going to keep on saying it. Was that boring fight where the ref had to step in and be like, guys, you got to fucking, or gals, you got to do something. And then, boom, Holly Holm with the fucking nasty kick to the dome puts out Betch Correa. And then before that, loss. 3 in a row. Miesha Tate, which she was winning. Valentina Shevchenko was a loss as well, which was a decision over there. So you got 2 5-rounders, right? And then you got 3 5-rounders. So Holly Holm, she did go decision in these fights. Well, not except for the Miesha Tate one. But the last 2 losses were decisions. I mean, Holly Holm still's got it, right? So if anyone could knock out Chris Cyborg, it could be Holly Holm, right? And Miesha Tate said the same thing. She's probably the only one that has the strongest chance of taking out Chris Cyborg. But could you imagine a world, right? Now, Chris Cyborg says if she beat Holly Holm, then she beat Ronda Rousey, which is just ridiculous. That's like a completely ridiculous statement. But could you imagine if Holly Holm somehow, by some fucking miracle, Holly Holm beats Chris Cyborg? Even though she has those L's on her record, she beat Ronda Rousey convincingly, and say she somehow knocks out Chris Cyborg, they will build a statue for Holly Holm. They will erect a statue for Holly Holm. Think about it. She will go from suck to blow like Mega Maid. I mean, seriously, they'll have a fucking parade for this bitch. When she beat Ronda Rousey, they were trotting around all over the place. Could you imagine, by some chance, she takes out Chris Cyborg? Now, I think Holly Holm's going to do is this. She's not going to take any crazy chances. You know, with Jackson Wink, they're going to have a good game plan. And I feel Holly's going to do what she does, what she's done in some of the previous fights, where she kind of tries to lull you to sleep, pick you apart, stay away, not get too dangerous, and do what she's got to do. Set you up, get you to drop those arms, and then try for that head kick. It seems like her thing. Maybe if she goes deep into the fight, Holly Holm has a better chance of winning that fight. I can't see Holly winning, but you never know. You never know. In the chat, let me know if you think Holly even has a shot. Holly going up in weight. Legendaries, says Mike Reynolds. Dana White said, a cyborg is male, says Bill Banks. Is that true, Connor?
Yes,
It's confirmed. Who's seen that huge bitch who fights in Japan kickboxing? I forget her name. Gabby Garcia. Is that what we're talking about? Gabby Garcia? All right, let's see what we got here. We got a full room over here. Good to see all you fooks hanging out with the boys and girls.
Hanging with the boys.
On a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday night. You really think Cyborg will walk down a jackrabbit like Holly? I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting fight. I don't want to see it to be the main event. I really don't. I think it's a perfect co-main event fight. It's a great co-main event fight. I just don't want to see it be a main event. Nothing against the ladies. I don't know. I don't want to see it as a main event. At the end of the year, if it was a mid-year main event for a pay-per-view, I'm down. But not now. I don't know. Home beat Christy Martin, the best female boxer ever, says Pulse Nightclub. Think about what Home has done in her career. Home has been a fucking killer in this career.
Ah, super
Look at this.
chat.
Poorly crying Malachi.
Holly hosts Cyborg with the same face kick as BAARs.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, that's the only way to do it, right? That's her bread and butter right there. A fucking shin to the side of the head. It's like getting hit with a bat. It's the only chance. It's the only fucking chance over there. Connor, he is so stupid. I think we're gonna have to go there. Holly has a good technique. This is Mike Reynolds. Technique. Everyone got a shot, says Daryl, and that's true. That's why they fight. Everyone has a chance. Let's see what else we got in this chat. The chat room is flying. If you're having a good time, drop some ones in that bitch. And let's dance. You think Chris Cyborg resume really that impressive? Holm will shock y'all, says Retro Robbie. I will not be shocked if Holm wins. I was not shocked with the Rousey fight, and I will not be shocked if Holm wins. If I had to pick, though, I have to pick Cyborg. But I will not be shocked. It will not be like jaw dropping. It will not be Rose versus Joanna Jędrzejczyk, where my fucking chin hit the ground. It broke all the concrete on the ground. I couldn't even believe it. It knocked my dick off my fucking pelvis on the way down. It was ridiculous. Iron Lady is a beast. I do like Holly. I like her. I like her swag, her style. Chris just said females cannot be the main event with all the good dudes that count in the main event. Men's sports are just better. LOL. You ever tried watching the WNBA? Buddy Love, All right, so the WNBA I can't watch it. I can't do it. But I like the women fights. There's a lot of times where I prefer the women fights. If this fight was in UFC 208, okay? UFC 208, I was there. It was a shit card. I was fine with Duran being home. I was actually one of the few people that's like, what are you going to do? I'll take it. They're opening up a new weight class. It's for a belt. I was fine with it. It was a shit fight. And I was still fine with it, but I mean, it is what it is. In the middle of the year, it's fine. At the end of the year, December 30th, Holm versus Cyborg is not a headlining fight. Doesn't work. Brian Roy's having a good time. Vigo's having a good time. And H, Islamic Bacon Grease. Brian Banjo. Yeah, Gary Banjo Sandwich. Michael James London. All having a wonderful, wonderful time.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Good to see that. All right. All right. Everybody ready? Is everybody ready for this over here? Conor McGregor might never fight again, says Dana White with a little baby Irish hat on. May never fight again. It's a bold statement over here. And he was sitting back in his chair. He was talking to the media. He will never fight again, or may never fight again. Is this a tactic? Is he just saying this to cover some asses out there? Yo, we got a new MMA-Hole. What's up, my friend? Hakeem Jones. Everyone say hello to Hakeem Jones. You're wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
New MMA-Hole. If you're not subscribed, what the fuck are you waiting for? Do it right now. Chris, when you think Nate will fight again or possible Nick? And we're going to get into that conversation during this over here. We have a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to cram it all into the 2 hours. We're going into 11 p.m., and that will take you into the Jesse Bell Hill after show. Link in the description to the Kobe's Corner, who started off the party, and Jesse Bell Hill as well. Fear says, sup, Chris? The fucking MMA Hole is wonderful, wonderful. That's right. All right. Dana never lies, right? Never, never lies. He sits back. He relaxes, and he answers the questions. And he says that Conor McGregor might never fight again. He might never fight again. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion on this situation. I say Conor McGregor will fight again. I do see these things. When it comes to Conor McGregor, I'm pretty much on the money on what this man does. Now, I do believe he's going to fight next year, and mid-April or May, like they say. It could be boxing. It could be MMA. But if you had to say, Chris, listen, you're a smart man. You know, you see these things. You call the fights. You know it. What's going to happen? I truly, truly believe that Conor McGregor is going to fight one more time. Now, Dana White also said that he's renegotiating his contracts. I think the contract is going to be this. Kale says, fuck. I think what's going to happen, it will be Conor Nate 3, and that will be the last hurrah. At 155, Conor Nate 3 is what's going to happen, and then that is it. No more Conor McGregor. I think if you ever see Conor again, it's going to be under boxing rules. That's it. That is it. So that is my choice. That's what I think. I mean, what do I want to see? I want to see Conor fight 2 or 3 more times. I want to see Conor defend his belt with Tony Ferguson. Do I give a fuck if he defends his belt? No. I don't care. I'm still gonna sleep well. It's not gonna make me be like, oh, where? He's not defending his belt. He's not true champion. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? There are other weight classes. Conor McGregor came in here and he did his own thing. He flipped it upside down. What about GSP? He fucking gets away with murder over there. What about GSP? There's other fighters too that get away with stuff as well. Now, Conor gets away with more than most. Who gives a fuck if he defends his belt? He's on his way out. Let him just put on circus fights and let it be. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. And as you vote, we have 51 likes. Let's go. 10 more likes. 51 on a Wednesday night. Keep liking this shit. Let's go. Everybody dirt.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got
10 more likes.
I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
We're going to take some calls in a few. I will open up those phone lines. I also have a package over here. Maybe I'll do an unboxing. If you want to see an unboxing video, there's a package over here. Hit me with some hot dog lips. Hot dog lips, if you want to see an unboxing. All right, we're going to see what the chat says. The chat has spoken. Let it be, says Brian Roiger. We would all take those easy paydays of fights, so I can't blame him. Right? Retro? I mean, put yourself in the fucking guy's shoes. He gave us entertaining fights. He stepped in there. He fought guys he didn't have to fight. He got paid. He did what he had to do. Fucking Bill Banks is in the house. Look at Bill Banks over there. Every time you subscribe, you make me fucking dance. And Bill Banks made me dance.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's right, Bill Banks. Bill Banks in the house. Bill Banks in the house. Make me dance. Shit my pants.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That's right. I'll do a quick freestyle every time you subscribe. No other MMA show like this. So stop it. Just stop it and subscribe. Chris, unbox your cock first, says Kenshiro Ryu. Maybe. Peace from Australia. Dixie Normus. Are you from Aussie? I didn't know that. Please open the lines, you know. I will, Darth. I will. What up, y'all? What's up, Chris H? Okay, another subscriber. That's right. What's in the box? What's in the box?
You're gonna wrap one on one
What's in the
shoulder,
fucking
you're gonna
box?
wrap the other on the other shoulder, and you're gonna need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Craig Lee.
I would not eat Cyborg's pussy, I would eat Holly's pussy. Does that answer your question? I want screaming Darth the Kenshiro.
You would not eat Cyborg's pussy, but you would eat Holly's pussy. Does that answer your question? So I guess we're all in agreement on that one. So thank you, Craig Lee, for the $2 donation. I'm famous, Bill Banks. That's right. You subscribe, you become instantly famous. My balls are swole. That's good, Dixie Normus. I'm glad you have swole balls. The party keeps going, guys. We're going to take you to 11, and then Jessie Bell Hill brings it another dynamic to the show. So there you go. Let's see. Fuck it. Me too. Party pack on deck, says Steven Sedillo. Don't let the door hit you in the cunt on the way out, you insecure little douche, Fears. Spark time. Let's dance. Chris, straight up, let's fight on the G-Man undercard for the Guinea Mick World Champion. All right, Darth. Darth, I think you got a little weight on me. I'm only 5'9". I'm only Conor McGregor height. I don't know if I could fight a gigantic gringo like yourself, but I'd do it for the hell of it. All right. I'd hang myself before eating Cyborg. JBH has the best pussy. I think we can all agree, right? Oh. That's right. If you scroll down and you're watching the MMA-Holes like this, here's the video. Go into the description. Look in the description. After show. Best pussy.
Fap.
There you go.
Fap.
Wonderful,
All
wonderful.
right, everybody calm down. Everybody calm the fuck down. We're talking about fucking, I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Subscribe to our moderator, Jessie Bell Hill. Subscribe to Kobe from Kobe's Corner as well. I'm still not sure who won the horrible battle last week, but the mule is more than ready to go. That's right. If you guys, to the newer viewers, we had a rap battle. We had the the MMA-Holes call in, and we had rap battles. So if you want to see that, run it back to the Friday stream, and you will be seeing some rapping going on. Kristen DeReal, watch others ride Space Mountain and we. What the fuck does that even mean? Chris, I'll send you some TRT so you can bulk up. All right. I wanted to do a cycle at one point in my life. I'm way past that wanting to do it anymore. Now I just want the hair to stop growing in weird places. It's like, what the fuck? You get older and hair just starts growing in weird places. Dixie Normus says I'm also 5'9", 170. So Dixie Normus, we can have a tussle. Michael James London says Jessie and the Big Black Mick. There you go. Darth Bane says DeReal, my best friend, though. He's the only other real thug with vision issues. I know. There you go. Rest in peace, my rap career, says Darth Bane. 6'1", 162, says Retro Robbie. Let me know your height and weight in the chat. Everyone weigh in. If this is what I want in the chat right now, the live chat, the cringe chat, the MMA-Holes, I want to know what you walk around at and what would you fight at. That's what I want to know right now. Hair, it gets worse, says Craig Lee. Jessie got the best pussy by far, says DeReal. Super Dank says Dixie, I'm 5'9", 135. Whoa, shit. You fucking fat bitch. Chris, we can't take TRT together and play poker. Well, that's what we'll do. Well, yeah, we'll get a card game going and we'll just fucking load up on some roids. I told you Holes Conor is done cage fighting and will fight Paulie at TD Garden in Boston on St. Patty's Day, but now Dana confirms. So yeah. So Pulse Nightclub, I do actually remember you saying that. That's an interesting, I mean, it's not impossible. I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think it's a big enough payday over there. I don't see it being a big enough payday, but never say never. And I hope that does happen because in Boston, January 20th, I will be looking to do a meetup and a Fight Buddies live from Boston. I'm not going to go to the fight. I'm going to go to Fight Week, but I want to do Fight Buddies live. So if you are in the Massachusetts area, I'm looking to get together and grab a place and just fucking stream the shit out of that Boston event. 54275 says Steven Cedillo. Wait, hold on. 54275. Are you fucking with me? Really? 54275. Jesus Christ. 6'9", 2,000 pounds. 5'10", 195. Irish Gorilla fighting at 170, says Jake Troy. 6'3", 217, says Darth Bane. 5'7", 110, says Jesse Bell Hill. Let's see. You guys are fucking funny. This is why I keep coming back. You guys fucking crack me up.
Super chat.
There you go, Paulie Malignaggi with the super chat.
What song is that? Felt romantic. Sing for a hole.
All right, here we go. Hold on. Where is it? Slow jam time for Paulie Malignaggi. This one goes out to Paulie Crying Malignaggi. You got the donation, you're making me sexy and hard.
FAP.
Okay, I'm done.
Wonderful.
Stop
wonderful.
it, stop it. Everyone calm the fuck down. This is getting ridiculous. Paulie Malignaggi, thank you for the donation. I'm singing for donations right now. That's right. You subscribe, I'll sing. I'll do a freestyle rap. You donate, I'll sing. It's your lucky night. Too much coffee. Let's see. My special Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu says Dixie Enormous, which is probably one of the better names in the chat. Chris, I'll go to Boston, but I got to bring my 5-year-old son. Kenshiro, listen, I don't give a fuck who you bring. I'm looking to do this. Now, here's the plan. And I'm going to open up the phone lines after this because I do want to get your voices in on the show. Massachusetts. TD. Ooh, yeah, baby. I don't even know what the fuck just happened there. And do me a favor, timestamp that afterwards so you guys could rewatch it over and over and over again. Massachusetts. Don't know what they're throwing together for that card. It's UFC. Wait, hold on. That's UFC 220, right? UFC 220 DC versus Ozdemir. It's a good fight. What I want to do is this. Now, I'm supposed to be going to UFC 218. Unfortunately, I'm doing a Fight Buddies. So there you go. LOL, love this chat. Dixie Enormous. We love you, my friend. I will open the lines. We have another full hour of this. But for Massachusetts, I want to get a meetup. I want to do Fight Week. I love UFC Fight Week is awesome. You could go to the weigh-ins, those Q&As with the fighters. Then the day of the fight, outside of the actual venue, you could meet the fighters and take pictures and do you could pull-ups and fucking punching things and all this shit. They have a lot of stuff for you over there. Definitely, even if you don't have tickets to the fight, go to Fight Week. Enjoy Fight Week if it's in your town. I highly recommend it. A lot of fun. But what I want to do is the night of the fight, I would love to get into a lobby, grab some MMA-Holes, and just fucking watch the pay-per-view and stream live a Fight Buddies with the MMA-Holes in Massachusetts. Fuck the event. I've been to so many events. I went to UFC 217. It was fantastic. I retire from UFC events after UFC 217. I will not see another event anywhere near as good as UFC 217. I will not see another event nearly as good. I've been to a bunch of fights. I've been to a bunch of Conor fights. I've been to a lot of fights. I want to do Fight Buddies. So if you're in the Massachusetts area or if you're near the Massachusetts area, let's meet up January 20th and let's fucking get it popping. Let's get it popping. Yeah, I'm all way in BC, Canada, says Retro Robbie. A lot of Canadians in this bitch over here. If anyone's willing to travel, man. On the East Coast, it's easier for me. Eventually, we're going to move the party over to the West Coast as well. And who knows? Maybe we'll go to Canada and do all that fucking shit when this show grows a little bit more. Let's get those phone lines going. 10 p.m. on a Wednesday night, the best Wednesday night ever. Hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
All right, and girls. The 7%. Swole. If you're not subscribed, what the fuck? The fuck? What are you waiting for? What the fuck are you waiting for? All right, here we go. Let's do this. You are watching the MMA-Holes Wednesday show. There is our Hangouts room. Let's see what we got over here. This is the MMA-Holes living room over here. And Conor McGregor might never fight again. And we're going to open up the phone lines. We're going to take a couple of calls, so get ready, friends. If you have not donated yet, I do not know what the fuck you're waiting for. Drop in a super chat or a Streamlabs donation. Have a little bit of fun with the MMA Holes. All right, phone calls. Let's go like this. You think I would have had this going. I was too busy watching Kobe stream beforehand. All right. So to me, it looks like the phone lines are open. So here we go. This is how this works. 516-522-0267 is the number if you'd like to call in and let me know what you think about Conor McGregor. All right? Is he coming back? There's Dana White with a little Irish hat. He actually posed for that picture for me. Fake news. Conor's still 100% fighting again. I just feel it. I feel he's got one more in him. I really do feel it. I don't know. I think it's going to happen. I think he can't ride out like this. Now, if he retires, I do not blame him. I do not blame him. He's got more money than God right now. I would fucking retire, right? But who knows? Who knows? What's your favorite strain of Doha? Well, I have no idea what the fuck Doha is. So, school me on that. Uh-oh, we got a call, the first caller of the night. We have the realest MMA hole on the line. What's going on, my friend?
What's good, Chris? MMA-Holes in this motherfucker, man.
That's right. Yeah.
And Jesse.
DeReal, listen, from Chi-Town, calling in on the MMA-Holes. Now, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. What is on your mind?
Shit much, man. You know what I'm saying? I was just waiting on one of these three motherfuckers to fight, man. Shit, I'm trying to see if Nate Diaz gonna fight. We already know Nick's suspended. Trying to see if Conor gonna fight. Shit, one of these motherfuckers. And last and the most least. We trying to see if G-Man gonna fight, but we already know that nigga too pussy.
Now, there's been a little bit of drama between you and G-Man Mule. It's been going on a couple of weeks now. Do you feel that G-Man that's in the chat is ducking you?
Man, everybody know he ducking me. It ain't even a secret no more, man. I don't even want to talk about that pussy no more, man. I speak about somebody who actually is going to fight or who will fight.
DeReal, there's a good question in the chat. Now, Brian Roger wants to know, do you pack heat on the street? Now, there's a lot of dangerous stuff going on over there. Are you strapped?
Hell yeah, I got a gun. Shit, but
what?
That ain't shit. Man, hell yeah, I got a fucking gun. No, so I got 38, but
okay,
everybody got a gun. So shit, what that means? Shit, a lot of times it's like shit, who pull it out first?
Now, I've seen some of the videos and stuff like that. I'm a big fan of DeReal. I'm subscribed to DeReal, and make sure when DeReal gets back in that chat, you guys subscribe too. DeReal brings a little flavor to the channel. I mean, there's a lot of paleness over here, so DeReal brings a little fucking urban shit to the channel. So I do like that. I need to know this. Now, I'm a pussy when it comes to guns and all that shit. I'm not very familiar with guns. How do you get into the whole thing with the guns? Is this a legal gun? Is this, and if you can't talk about it, it's fine. I get it. But how did you get into walking around with a gun? Is the neighborhoods that bad over there?
Well, it depends. I see a motherfucker like me ain't gonna sit that bad because I'm so used to shit like this, right? But somebody else, it may be scary for them. So it's like, with the whole gun thing, like, man's like, nah, like, shit, I ain't got no fucking gun license, so shit, if I shoot a motherfucker, I'm gonna ditch it.
Yeah.
And I ain't trying to get caught with this motherfucker because it's dirty. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing. You use it, you sell it. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So you bound a gun up the street, the best thing for you to do is not get caught with it because you don't know what the fuck is on it.
Do you, have you shot anybody?
Nah, stop. Hey, man, quit. Don't ask me fair questions.
Have you ever pistol whipped somebody?
Have a pistol with somebody?
Yeah.
Man, listen, man. Ain't no police reports or anything like that out on me, all right? So let's just leave it like that.
All right, I'm answering the hard-hitting questions over here. All right, DeReal, what do you think? Is Conor McGregor coming back, or no? Is he heading out?
Kind of gonna come back, man. He ain't got shit else to do right now. You know, and plus listen, man, ain't no such thing as too much money, man. It's like Lil Wayne said, too much money ain't enough money.
Yeah, I quote that all the time. Yeah, Lil Wayne, he's full of useful information. Now, Conor McGregor coming back, who do you think he's going to fight? Who would you think that Conor's going to be calling out when he does come back?
When Conor come back, man, he going to be fighting somebody that everybody going to get pissed off at because it ain't going to be Tony, it ain't going to be Nick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, well, it may be Nick because Nick been off for a while. So it's either going to be Nick Diaz or somebody else that he could whoop on real quick just to get back in it. And then after that, it's going to be Tony. Whoever he fight is going to be a tune-up before he solidify and unify the title. It's going to be a tune-up before he gets to Tony because Tony been active. So he ain't going to go right in there after being not in the cage for almost a year now and go in there with a person that just been active like crazy. So he going to go in there, he going to whoop on either Nate Diaz because he ain't been active, or maybe like a Barbosa or some little nigga to get his feet back wet. Then he going to whoop Tony ass, man.
Oh, there you go. All right, so you're feeling pretty confident that Conor will come back and he will play around at 155 over there. Maybe a rematch. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But you're saying he is coming back. So there you go. So do you think? Yeah, go ahead.
He ain't a pussy like G-Man. He ain't a pussy like G-Man.
Now, the last time we spoke to you, you said you were going to take G-Man's back, G-Man from the chat, and you were going to slip your dick in him, and you were going to, I think you said you were going to kiss his neck, or repeat what you said the last time. Yeah. All right.
You know what I'm saying? Before I fuck him. But, he a virgin, so he got scared. No, he gonna fuck him. He got scared. You know how virgins are. You remember popping a cherry before? The bitch was scared.
Yeah, but he has kids.
The bitch was scared to get a cherry pop, so that's what he doing. He's scared now, man. He a bitch.
But are you saying
and
now?
He knows he a bitch.
He has kids though, but are you saying his ass is a virgin? Is that what you're trying to say?
Man, he ain't got kids, man. He married to a woman with kids.
Oh,
the guy he said he married to a woman with kids. He ain't got none.
Oh my God. All right, so there we go. Breaking news. All right, any last words, Jarrell?
Man, Jessie's Bay.
Okay.
Shit, tune in to the MMA-Holes. Tune in to the after show holes. To the Jessie after show. Those are the two best shows on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Shit, they y'all only shows that I say better than mine.
Are we the only white channels that you're subscribed to? Well, Jessie's Mexican, so it doesn't matter. She's part Mexican. So am I the only white channel that you subscribe to? Be honest.
To be honest, yeah.
There you go.
I ain't gonna lie. You the only white boy I like.
Darrell, you're good people, my man. All right, we'll see you in the chat, and make sure everyone subscribes to Darrell. Thanks for the call.
Love.
All right, Darrell, there he is. The realest. That's the realest ninja in this whole goddamn chat. That's right. Dixie, peace out, my friend. Good to see you over here. Darrell's a good guy. Darrell just called out G-Man, and I have a feeling G-Man's going to call in now. The chat room's on fire. You're watching the MMA-Holes. And that's right, Dana White. Conor McGregor might never fight again, according to Dana White. We also have some cards to brush across. So we're going to look at UFC 218, and we're going to talk about the TUF finale very briefly. I think it's going on now. I don't know what the fuck's going on, the TUF finale. We'll find out what happens with that, and we'll go. Racist? What? Stop it. All right, here we go. Chat room is flowing and going. 61 likes, so every 10 times, we do it.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
61 likes. Appreciate all the love and support from the MMA-Holes, and check it out. UFC 219. Let's go back in time. Back again. We're going to go to UFC 218, okay? So this is going to be Saturday night. This is the Saturday night card in Michigan. I have family that are sitting like 15 rows back from the cage. I hope they could get some pictures and footage over there. Max Holloway was at the Red Wings game, and my cousin posted a picture. Actually, I'm gonna pull that up now. Let me pull that shit up now. But as I do it, we go to the chat room, and Paulie Crying Malinaji is making me fucking smile. He's making me erect. And he says, hold on. Where is it? Wait for it. Wait for it. Where is this?
Super chat.
Paulie Malinaji making Conor fly.
This super chat button is great. I hit on red oncoming taxi traffic lights.
You are the fucking man. Paulie Crying Malinaji is a wonderful, wonderful man.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for that donation. I appreciate it. You are wonderful, wonderful, Paulie Crying Malinaji. Swole MMA hole over there. Let's see. I do appreciate that. That really is fucking cool. So, in Michigan. My cousin from Michigan, who's not a huge UFC person over here, but she sent me a picture of Max Holloway. He's like, ooh, he looks like Jigsaw in this picture a little bit, right? Looks like he should be on a tricycle. Here's another picture over there. He's got the belt over his thing. And here's my cousin. She's hanging out all fun. And I don't know who that is. I don't know who this is over here. Is that like Jay Glazer or some shit? There they are in Michigan during a Red Wings game, and they're making their rounds over there. So that's wonderful, wonderful. JBH Reacts. Jessie Belle Hill reaction show is next. So make sure you subscribe to Jessie Belle Hill. That is wonderful, wonderful over there. UFC 218. But first, hold on. Oh, fuck. I'm hitting like all the wrong buttons. Let's go to this over here, the Ultimate Fighter finale. Check it out. Okay, so to be determined, whoever wins, right? Whoever wins gets to take the top event, the main event of this card over here. We still have no idea what fucking station this is on. Let me refresh it. How does this even work? Let's take this call. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? Where are you from?
What up, Chris? It's Kenshiro Ryu.
Kenshiro Ryu. What's up, man?
What up, man? What's going on, man?
Nothing much. What's going on, Kenshiro Ryu?
I went to BJ, and I got 1999 buffalo meat. It was on sale, so it's all right, you know?
Kenshiro, you sound a little different today. I mean, I'm glad you got that buffalo meat and it was on sale. You sound a little bit different. Is everything all right? Do you have a cold?
Junior gave me a little bit of a cold, you know.
Now, Kenshiro, I notice your arms are getting bigger and bigger every time you call in. What is your workout routine? What are you doing these days to make those arms so big?
Usually I just show to the gym and, I go train with the younger guys and I make a lot of gains, and so I make a lot of progress, you know?
Yeah, you do make a lot of progress. Now, what do you think about Conor McGregor? I mean, Conor McGregor, Dana White says that he's not coming back. Now, you, my friend, you are a trained martial artist, swole MMA hole, and you would probably know better than anyone. Is Conor McGregor coming back?
Well, what he has to do is he has to make a man with the Irish Mafia, you know?
Yeah, I do.
So what he has to do is basically tell him, like, okay, I'm going to pay you this money, you know? So he has to be able to pay him off, and Dana White got to get involved. So WME-IMG is going to be like a big deal for him, you know? They're going to have to pay him off. So I think that Conor's going to move to United States.
Yeah.
He's not going to be back in Ireland, you know?
Yeah, no, I do know. All right, so now how is the now I know you're playing the field right now. How is the lady situation?
Well, you know, right now I went on Tinder, and then I went on Asian Only, and I found one girl that was really hot, but her ass kind of has cellulite. They're kind of fat.
Yeah, I know. They're annoying. That's a little annoying sometimes when that happens. But what do you do when you fall into a situation like that and you find a cellulite?
Well, when I find cellulite, usually I just tell them, like, you know, you can come to me to the gym, practice some taekwondo, some jeet kune do.
Yeah.
You know?
I do know. All right. Any last thoughts? Kenshiro Ryu calling in. I'm fucking crying. Kenshiro Ryu. Any last thoughts?
I just want to let you know, like and subscribe to the MMA-Holes, you know?
Yeah, I do know.
Jessie Belle Hill after show is coming up next, so, you know, just got to subscribe.
Yeah, thank you. All right, I appreciate the call. We'll see you in the chat. There you go. That shit was fucking funny. Oh, that was great. Might have been his greatest performance ever as the MMA-Holes. I have tears in my fucking eyes. Oh God. Let's open up. 506-522-0267. All right, there we go. And if you didn't know that was not Kenshiro Ryu, but it was a very good call. Very good.
Fap.
All right, let's get back. I don't know what are we doing? Fucking Kenshiro goes loud. What the fuck? Who's on the phone? All right, let's see what we got. You're alive with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? Where you from?
Buddy from Indiana.
Buddy, welcome to the MMA-Holes. What's on your mind?
For one, dude, I'm fucking crying from that dude's accent.
It's pretty good.
and I don't know, man. When do you think is Diaz gonna be fighting soon? And what's up with the Woodley shit?
Man. All right. Thank you for the call. Diaz versus who? Right? Is he going to be fighting soon? I think he is. I really do believe Diaz is. He's training. He's getting ready to go. Tyron Woodley is the one calling him out. I do not see that falling into place. As much as I think it would be fun to watch, I don't see it falling into place at UFC 219. But I do feel that Nate Diaz will fight Conor McGregor April, May, probably May, because I think that's when they have their big card. I'm going to say May, Conor McGregor, Nate Diaz, make it happen, the trilogy at 155. That's what I see is going to happen. So, yes, Nate Diaz will fight again. Yes, Conor McGregor will fight again. That's what I'm saying right there. And I know everything. 516-522-0267. Thank you for the call, buddy. And Kenshiro Ryu. We'll call him Depressed Kenshiro. That's Depressed Kenshiro Ryu. UFC 218 is fire. Even though Frankie Edgar fell out, I feel like we have a better card. I really do. I feel like we have a better card. Yes, we saw Jose Aldo versus Max Holloway already, but sometimes the rematch is better than the first time. Here we go. We haven't heard this man in a long time. Jay Smooth live on the MMA-Holes. What's up, Jay?
Holy shit, I actually got in. What the fuck's happening, Chris?
It's good to hear you, man.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Hell yeah, man. Everything is everything. I've been doing a lot of shit, but it's back to be on this motherfucker. What's going on?
Not much over here, man. We're just living the dream, getting ready for a big weekend of fights. A lot of fighting going on, so I'm always pumped when we get to look forward to that stuff. What's new in your life? I mean, I heard you were going out chasing some tail. I think you were talking about it on that early stream on, what was it? What the fuck stream was that? What the hell? I'm losing my mind. The last Fight Buddies that we did. Tell me about that night.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of shit, man. It was in celebration because your boy just bought his first fucking house.
Well, get it. Good job.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, bought me a fucking bachelor pad, so I had to break it in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
So I did go out on the night, and I bought. Well, actually, me and some friends and I bought back some girls, and all I'm gonna say is, I didn't wake up. Like, when I woke up the next morning for your stream, I realized that I was gonna get maybe like an hour of sleep, so I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just pull like an all-nighter, just not even go to bed." And I'm actually surprised I survived it, because it was a pretty crazy night. It was some good celebration though.
Well, it sounded like you had a good time, and I'm glad you got to hang with the boys on that Fight Buddies. Good stuff over there, and congratulations on the home, man. That's a big deal over there. It's good stuff.
Appreciate it, man. But it's funny you mentioned the fights this weekend, because I was just looking at the card earlier, and it's funny looking at this up and down. I can't, like, there's some fights on here that I feel like I can call, but there's some I feel like I can't really call.
Mm-hmm. Like
Overeem and Ngannou, it seems like it'd be a logical matchup because Overeem is the experienced striker, but with somebody who has such a soft chin and somebody whose hands we found out in Ngannou's are basically made of fucking stone, it really, if you think about it, if he lands some hard shots, Overeem might have trouble. But at the same time, he's always found a way to survive by, I guess you could say, nowadays he's running. Before, when he was a glass cannon, he would just charge forward and say, fuck it. But at least now he's trying to protect himself. But I just feel like even if he does, you saw like in the Stipe fight, for example, it doesn't take much to drop him. All you have to do is hit him with one hard shot, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And as hard as Ngannou's hands are, if you land one hard shot on Overeem's chin, that could be it.
And it is
So for me,
suspect. It is suspect.
Yeah, so for me, I feel like that's the hardest fight for me, like out of all the fights, that's the hardest one to call, I think.
Yeah, it is a difficult card. And I think some people are looking past this Holloway fight because of what happened the first time around. But I don't know, man. I don't think it's a layup. I would pick Holloway in this fight. I just don't feel it's a layup. And give me your thoughts on this one, Jose Aldo versus Max Holloway.
It's funny because the first fight was actually not bad. It was pretty good, pretty competitive. Aldo did what Aldo does, except he didn't kick as much, which we all talked about before. If he does it in the second fight, he has a better shot. But at the end of the day, we could see that he's not the Aldo that he used to be. He's still very good, but he's not where he once was, obviously, because of all the years of fighting. So if you ask me, I feel like this is a good way for Holloway to close out this chapter of becoming the featherweight champion. You know, you take out the reigning champion 2 times, or a guy that was considered the reigning champion 2 straight times. It's good for Holloway's legacy because now he can close the door on Aldo and he can focus on other contenders that he can add on to his legacy. So for Holloway, I think this is going to be a breeze for him. I feel like he's probably not going to finish him as quickly as he did before, but I won't be surprised if he finished him in a similar fashion.
Yeah, well, I mean, listen, it's tough to go against Holloway when you look at his resume. I mean, the guy, he just doesn't lose. He hasn't lost since 2013. And it's kind of weird. It's almost like a passing of the torch here. Even though the McGregor thing was in the middle of this whole mix, it's kind of like a passing of the torch over to Max. And I'm glad, like you said, I think that's a very good point. You know, this kind of gets that monkey off of his back. You know, that's it. Now we could take Aldo completely out of the situation, you know, and we can move on with Max being the champ. But if some way Aldo wins this fight, it's a fun trilogy. So I don't think we lose in any way here. You know, the only thing that scares me is this. If somehow Aldo squeaks out a decision or something like that, right? You know, Aldo's inconsistency, you know, with fighting and stuff like that, getting injured and fucking up cards and, you know, the weird things happen with Jose Aldo. And I definitely think that the UFC is like, please, Max Holloway, can we just finish the chapter with Jose Aldo? If he becomes champ again, it could be a problem. It could be a little bit of a problem with future fights down the road because you never know what's going to happen with a guy like Jose Aldo. So a lot of interesting things to talk about with this fight. I think that's what makes it a good fight. You just don't know. And there's a lot of stories that could come out from the outcome of this fight.
Absolutely, man. I mean, at the end of the day, let's say if Jose were to somehow win, you're right. That fucks up everything because you now have a trilogy fight that you have to put on the line before anyone else, and you have so many rising contenders right now that, you know, just delaying another fight with Aldo. Of course, he'll try to get a money fight, but at the end of the day, he'll likely get a trilogy. But knowing him, he's going to stretch it out so long, it's going to create another logjam in yet another weight class. That's something we already don't need. You know what I mean?
100%. 100%. A couple of other fights on here. I mean, the Cejudo Pettis fight is a fun one. I was looking forward to the last time, and it fell through, and it looks like it's a go. Cejudo Pettis is a fireworks over here. But let's pass that and go to Alvarez versus Gaethje. And, I mean, how could you not be excited about this fight, right?
Oh, this is probably going to be fight of the night. The main thing is it's going to be a war. We know Gaethje's going to press forward, and we know Alvarez is not going to be afraid, but I think we know that Alvarez really needs a victory, so I don't expect him to try to slug it out with Gaethje for the entire fight. If he did, he'd be fucking crazy to do it. There's no way he's going to survive that. But the only way Alvarez wins is if he fights his fight, if he does what he does best. If he tries to actually get into a real war with Gaethje the entire time, he's going to find himself knocked out.
Yeah, I feel with this fight, I think people are underestimating Eddie Alvarez. Now, I'm not giving my guaranteed pick until Saturday, but I think with a guy like Gaethje, with those kicks, this could be a problem if Eddie Alvarez times these kicks right, goes for the shoot, and then just humps the fucking shit out of him. Because, you know, we haven't seen Alvarez do this in a while, but Alvarez got a fucking tight ground game. If Alvarez could put Gaethje off of his back, I mean, now we have a whole different fight. We have a whole different fight here. So Alvarez could stand and bang. He's proven that. He could sit in the pocket and throw. But this fight is fireworks, and I feel the veteran here in Eddie Alvarez, I mean, I think he has a little bit of an advantage in this fight. I really do. I think this is a big step up from Michael Johnson. And Michael Johnson almost put away Gaethje in the first round. He almost put him away. Gaethje was stumbling to the fucking stool. So this is a great fight. Fantastic fight. It could go either way, and that's what you want to see. You want to see a matchup where you don't know. I mean, you got guys that could throw. You got just a whole bunch of things that could happen in this fight. So I think it's fireworks. Who is your pick though in this fight?
You know, it's funny you say that. The one downside to Gaethje is that his style is going to end up getting him killed and probably his career killed as well. There's no way he can sustain that and be undefeated. As far as this fight goes, you know what? I'm probably going to go ahead and pick Gaethje just because he seems like he's hungry and he seems like he's actually, like, he's probably going to fight as smart as he can. He knows he can't fight the whole time because if he did, like you said, he could find himself getting clipped like he did in the Michael Johnson fight. Mm-hmm. So for him, I'm going to go ahead and pick Gaethje, but if Alvarez does win, it's likely going to be because Gaethje's style bites him. It basically comes back to haunt him. Like, if Gaethje were to lose this fight, it's because he just left himself too wide open and too many opportunities were there. Mm-hmm. It's mainly going to be on him if he loses.
Yeah. Well, this fight is fireworks either way. Whoever wins, we win in this fight. And that Michael Johnson fight, I watched that fight back and I was just, I mean, that is some fucking fight. Talk about rewatchability. That fight has major rewatchability, and I feel like we're going to see the same with this. What about Eddie Alvarez versus Poirier? I mean, that fight was fucking bonkers. That was absolutely bonkers, that fight. I kind of wish we could have seen that run back, but who knows? I have a feeling that we may see that fight happen again. So who knows? We'll see what happens, but I'm pumped up. UFC 218, I mean, even going into the preliminaries and stuff like that, a lot of good stories in here. Unfortunately, Alaquinta dropped out, but then Oliveira versus Felder is a great fight. I mean, what do you rate UFC 218 as a card before you're getting to see it? Out of 10, what do you think, Jay?
Honestly, I would have to give it a 9 out of 10, bearing that nothing gets pulled out or somebody to make weight and the fight falls apart. But if everything stays intact, it's going to be a 9 out of 10. And speaking of the prelims, if you want, like, I guess a lock for that fight, I feel like Amanda Bobby Cooper will beat up on Angela Magana.
Yeah, well, that and Kobe brought that up. Magana versus Cooper, fight of the year. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. It's this Magana, she's something else. She is something else. But hey, we'll see what happens with her. It's definitely an interesting watch over there. Any last words? What do you think about Conor McGregor? Is he coming back?
As far as Conor McGregor goes, really, he doesn't need to come back, and I don't think he will because he already made enough money to where he can just say, fuck you. I did everything I had to do, and now I can live a comfortable life. So for him to come back, like, if he were to do it, it would have to be for the love because it's clearly not going to be for the money. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he's going to ask for a high price, but I feel like at this point he's made enough to where he can retire, and he doesn't really need the game anymore. So to me, it seems like he doesn't really want to retire. He just wants to party and do whatever the fuck he wants to do.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, there you go. Jay Smooth, any last words to the MMA-Holes?
Yeah, man. Fucking at the end of January, I'll be participating in my first grappling tournament, so I'll be keeping you up to date about that shit.
That's awesome.
And I'll also be launching my own fitness brand in January with a couple friends of mine it's called Average Athletes Worldwide. I'll be talking more about that shit later on once I get shit going, but 2018 is gonna be a crazy year for you, boy.
Well,
I've been doing a lot of shit, man. So just be on the lookout for me.
That's awesome. Great news. Listen, if you get any footage from your grappling tournament or whatever like that, definitely shoot it our way. I'd love to throw it on the show. And good luck, man.
Oh, definitely, man. I actually have this set up. My cousin's gonna be filming it for me, and I'm actually pretty excited about this shit.
All right, there you go. Thanks, Jason.
So no doubt, man.
Right.
Thank you again, man. I appreciate it. I'll be talking to you again.
All right, there he is. Jay Smooth jumping in on the line. Jay Smooth, one of the ultra-strong MMA-Holes, jumping in, and that was a good call over there, breaking down UFC 218. He did a good job on that one. UFC 218, he gives a 9 out of 10. Rate UFC 218 right now before. I like to rate it before and rate it after. I look at UFC 218, I'm going an 8 out of 10. I'm going an 8 out of 10 on this one. Still very high. I like this card a lot. Even with Edgar falling out, I think this is a better fight. I just do. We saw one good one already. It's like Conor Nate. Like, we saw 2 good fights. Why would you not want to see a third? You know, I mean, I am here to watch good fights. That's all I want to see. 2 guys, 2 gals compete and throw on a show, put on a show. So that's all I want to see over there. But the card as a whole is very stacked up. It's very well balanced, and that's what makes for a good card over here. So should be interesting stuff. UFC 218 in Detroit. We got 60 people watching the MMA-Holes live. Thank you for the likes, shares, and all the wonderful wonderfulness of this swole sexiness, the MMA-Holes. Let's take a couple of comments from the chat. Undefeated Gaethje says, Utrid. All right. Grab ass tournament. Jay Smooth says, Kenshiro Ryu. Agree, Ken. I have Eddie winning. So Kane plays. What's up, man? Says Eddie's winning. You never know. Wait for my guarantee picks. 2 fight buddies ago, I went 6 for 6. The last fight buddies, there was 4 fights. I won 3 out of the 4 fights. I'm on fire right now. I'm looking to run the table again for UFC 218 in Detroit. That's right. Goddamn Hail Mary full of grace. Give me the strength of fuck the Bay. 7.5, Mr. Danky Gibbs, UFC 218 before the card goes. And Ngannou will get sunned. Waterson is good as well. Yeah, Waterson, guys, we didn't even get to talk about that fight over here. Check it out. Boom. Tisha Torres versus Michelle Waterson. Fun fight to start the card. To start the main card. Fun fight. I like this fight a lot. Tisha Torres, who just got married to Raquel Pennington. Tisha Torres, she's 9-1. 9-1. Think about it. From the Ultimate Fighter, 9-1. Tiny Torres at number 5 fighting a number 6 Waterson. Big fight over here. Yep. Check it out. Now let's look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights, right? 5 out of her last 6 fights were W's. Submission, decision. Lost the decision here. Decision. Lots of decisions, but lots of wins. Tiny Torres versus Michelle Waterson might be one of the tougher fights for me to call. Michelle Waterson, you just never know. You're just never going to know what you're going to get from the Karate Hottie. You never do. You do know that you're going to see an attractive girl. So there you go. G-Man gives it a 7. Utri gives it an 8. Chris, I think Justin will win, says Ann H. If G is getting rocked by Johnson, then Eddie will KO him. And Kane, I kind of agree with you on this one. But we don't know what kind of Eddie we're going to get, you know? We don't know what Eddie we're going to get in this fight. So it's going to be fun. There's no way you can go 6-4-6 twice, Chris, is Gary Banjo sandwich. You forget I am Mystic Moss, for God fucking sakes. But this card's a hard one for me to call. There's certain cards you look at, like win. Like you just see wins there with picks. This is a tough one, guys. I would definitely not bet on my picks in this one because, honestly, a lot of coin flips on this card. Torres loves the box also, says Matt Humphrey. Loves the box.
Wonderful.
Cejudo versus Pettis. I have no clue. Now that's a layup for me. Pettis has looked great. He's looked fantastic. His last couple of fights. I think Cejudo is going to fucking mutilate him. I really do. Now remember, guaranteed picks on Saturday. But right now, I would say that Cejudo is going to run his ass over. Tisha Torres is a top, says Tanner. Michael James London says 218 is so great, but Shane O'Malley is fighting Friday, I believe. So there you go. Friday's card. There he is. O'Malley. Right? This is the only reason why I'm watching it. Michael James London. For the Irish Screech. Is the only reason why I'm watching this fight. Wait until you see this kid. If you do not watch the Contender Series, wait until you see this fucking kid. This kid is fucking good. He's good.
That's it. Yeah, good.
Eddie is a bum, says Ishmael. Karate Hottie, Retro Robbie, Chris, are you doing a tough show on Friday as well as the rap show? No, Friday will be treated. It'll be treated like a loose fight buddies, like a loose stool. Aldo, Ngannou, Cejudo, Alvarez. If I go 100%, make me a moderator. Hold on. So you're saying if you win Aldo, Ngannou, Cejudo, Alvarez. If I go 100%, make me a moderator. Come back into the fight, buddies. We'll talk. We'll talk about that Pulse nightclub shooter. I'm trying to think. Wow, that's some interesting picks you got there. Not impossible, but some interesting picks. Rocky must be top. She's a lot bigger, right? This is Paulie Crime Mile. Yeah, I would think so. Rocky definitely wears the pants in that relationship, if I had to guess. If she goes round 1, Overeem for the win. This is code name. Yeah, a longer fight. I agree. I would say that Overeem wins the longer of the fight. If it goes short, the stone hands of Ngannou will definitely put it away. The Irish Screech. Ishmael, you know what I'm talking about. If you get 6, Jessie gets an MMA-Holes tattoo, says Gary Banjo sandwich. Then she's getting one. TGIW says Jessie Bell Hill. O'Malley got Snoop to cry, says Matt Humphrey. That's right. Saved by the bell. It's all right. Because I'm saved by the bell. And H says,
That's it. Yeah, good.
no, I'm talking about the way her body looks in the picture. Who are we talking about? Refresh me. I'm too cheap to get Fight Pass, is Retro Robbie. Now, I am a cheap fuck, but Fight Pass, I have to say, is it's great. It's actually a lot of it's good. It's good.
That's it. Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's really good. I do like Fight Pass. You could go back, you can watch all the old fights. You got the Contender Series, you got Cage Warriors, you got so much on there. Make me a mod because I'm almost at 2,500 subs, says Retro Robbie. Well, that's not a reason to make you a mod, but I do appreciate your support and congrats, man. 2,500. Get him to 2,500, guys. Help him out. Retro Robbie, what do you do over there? Is that a gaming? What do you do on that channel? Let us know, and we'll fill you up. Jessie do a rap battle against Cassandra. Yeah, Michael Anzalone. That's a good one. That would be a good rap battle. Irish Screech. Overeem is going down since Kane plays. Is my target, sir. Cassandra's my target. Says, oh, Jay Smooth versus Cassandra. They're going down on each other. Leave the Cassandra Chrome horse to me. Pulse Nightclub Studio says, Matt Lauer will be back at NBC before Conor McGregor fights in the cage again. Pulse Nightclub Shooter. Yeah, I heard about that. Matt Lauer got fucking canned. It's crazy, right? Matt Lauer's been doing it for a while, and he got canned. Sorry, I forgot. Let's see what else we got over here. The MMA-Holes, you better not make that pussy a mod. Just Knight and Jessie, and that's it, says Darrell. Yeah, I don't go mod happy over here. Honestly, I didn't want to have any mods. We didn't have any mods for the longest time. And listen, Jessie is a content creator as well, and she does the after show, so that is the reason. We collaborate. We both bounce ideas off of each other. We try to get more content for you guys. That's the whole point of doing collaborations. Like, now we got Kobe on board. So we try to basically, we're having a lot of fun over here. You know, we're having a lot of fun. And I mean, look at the crew, man. Look at this squad over here that we got going. And it wouldn't be like this unless it wasn't for Jessie and Kobe and stuff like that, you know, helping out the situation. Granted, I'm a goddamn king. You know, I'm the king of the MMA-Holes. I'm the fucking father figure to all of MMA. I'm a guy. Look at his beard. You fucking take a look. Look at that beard. I'm going gray over here. That's fine. It adds character. But that beard is a beard of a goddamn king. The red beard of power over there. And this beard is taking over YouTube. I said it from day one that this channel was going to take over YouTube. When it comes to MMA, we're going to run YouTube. We're going to fucking run YouTube. We're going to take it over. And everyone knows who we are. Luke Thomas, Ariel Helwani, they all know who we are. They said it. I heard it from the Donk's mouth. I heard it from Ariel Helwani's mouth. I heard it from all of them. And I do feel very strongly that the MMA-Holes will conquer the world. And we couldn't do it without our friends. The MMA-Holes inside this chat, Jessie and Kobe. All our allies. That's right. Phone lines are open, 516-522-0267. Get your last thoughts in on the MMA-Holes. Thank you again for all those wonderful, wonderful donations. We're winding it down. So if you haven't donated, get them in right now. Jessie Bell Hill will be going live at 11 p.m. Link in the description. Super Dank Uber Thick Guy. That's the fucking name. Super Dank Uber Thick Guy says, more like bounce privates on each other. There you go. Did Matt Lauer harass some pussy too, guys? I don't know what he did, but they weren't happy and they let him go. I thought Nightbot was a robot. Says, no, Nightbot's real. Nightbot's a collaborator with us. Jessie Bell Hill, cool shit, says Jay Smooth. Pulse Nice Grilled Shooter. Shouldn't be someone sucking dick. You alive with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and where you from? There he is. It's been a long time. And finally, the Fapper is back.
Fap.
It's been a while. Uh-oh.
Fap.
Oh, my God. Uh-oh. I think he's finishing.
That's it. Yeah, good.
Thank you for the Fapper calling in live on the MMA Holes. 516-522-0267. That's right. The Fapper called in. 69 likes. Hey, 69 likes. 69 likes on the MMA Holes. Get to 70, and we play the wonderful, wonderful song.
Wonderful.
Get your comments in. Do you really like some 16s, the mule drops? Okay, let's see what else. Chris, all should hail to the red beard with a little gray of power. That's right, NH, you're correct. You got some pussy and that pussy snitch on him. Who the fook wants to be a mod anyways? It's a big responsibility. His FAP is very steady, says Kinshiro. He has a good rhythm to his FAP, that's true. Abazaba says at the MMA Holes, Matt played fuck, marry, kill with people in the office. Showed his dick to a girl he worked with and told the girl she needed to keep him happy. Dude is a piece of shit. So this is Matt Lara. Fuck, marry, kill in the office and then showed his dick to a girl. Now, Matt Lauer is actually good friends with Howard Stern. So I'm not surprised, motherfucker. But how about that? Matt Lauer. We've got 10 more likes. 70! 70 likes! Holy shit, we're cruising on a Wednesday night. That's right. TGIW.
I've got 10 more likes.
I've got
10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes.
Yes.
I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
You guys are fucking wonderful, wonderful, man. This is a great show. I'm having a good time with you guys. Thank you for hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
On a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Every Wednesday, we're looking to do just 3 shows, guys. If you missed the beginning of the show, well, Kobe from Kobe's Corner started it up. We're in the middle, and Jessie Bell Hill is doing the anchor job over here. So 3 shows every Wednesday. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. 3 shows every fucking Wednesday. I have a box over here. Open up my phone lines. I have a box. You guys want to see my box? Who wants to see my box? Hit me with the ones if you want to see my box. And I'll show you this box because this box is very important. It's very, very important. It's just something with the future of this show. So hit me with the ones if you want to see my box. Right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Fuck you, Tanner, says Daryl. Matt Lauer needs to be freed, says Ishmael Carrillo. Give a shout out to me, says Jojo Ortiz.
Jojo Ortiz.
Now you must subscribe to the MMA Holes, Jojo. Right now. Free Matt Lauer. Kenshiro Ryu wants to see my box. Matt Lauer, the GOAT, says Meaty Clackers. I'm going to call in as Darth. And see yeah, you know what? Kenshiro should call in as Darth. That would actually be great. Kenshiro Daryl. Brandon says, no, I don't want to see your box. Michael James London says, yes. One you cock tease says Kenshiro. Gary says, he wants to see the box. Chris order of extends finally arrived. That's right. Don't give away my secrets, please. We will be the whole tube soon. That's right. Whole tube soon. That is correct. 5,654. That's good. That's it. That's good. Welcome to the MMA Holes. Making some friends. NH wants to see my box, and Jojo Ortiz wants to see the box. What's in the box? What's in the fucking box? Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see your host's box. That's right. I'm going to open up my box for you guys live on the MMA Holes. Who wants to see that box? Everyone wants to see my box, right? 1 second. Minuto. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Christmas. Spaghetti and meatballs. All right.
Wonderful.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is my box. Inside this box, there is something here that is going to contribute to the future of the MMA Holes. Meaty Clackers wants to eat my box.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Ugh. I'm splitting my box open for you guys. Guess what's in this box? Meaty Clacker says it's a vibrator. Michael James London says it's an excellent box. Spreading the lips of my box. All right.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Everyone relax. Inside this box, well, there is another PS4 controller. That means one thing over here. We will be playing something. UFC 2. Now, I know I'm late to the game with UFC 2. But we will be doing some gaming videos as well on top of all the other content that we have on this channel. On my second channel, not the MMA Holes, link in the description. We've been doing some test streams, some test gaming streams over there. Fortnite, by the way, I might start playing that fucking Fortnite game on the second channel. Now, the second channel is a free-for-all. If you just fucking bored, check out the second channel over there. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. And you'll see me playing games on there and doing reaction videos and non-MMA related stuff. But the whole reason why I took some of this donation money, threw it towards a PS4, is because I have never played any of these fucking UFC games or any of these fucking games. But I thought it'd be really funny if me versus the community, we fucking we threw down on the MMA Holes. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to have some live UFC 2 gaming videos versus you guys, me versus you guys. Maybe we'll even start a career on it, and we'll do the career together as a big happy family. I'm going to open up the phone lines for 11 more minutes, 516-522-0267. Get your final calls in. If you have not shared this video yet, what are you waiting for? Do it. If you have not liked this video, get us to 80 likes over here. Let's go. And don't forget to subscribe to the greatest show on YouTube, the MMA Holes. You're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name?
Yo, it's Meaty Clackers.
Oh, Meaty Clackers. What's up, my friend? We haven't heard you in a while. What's
Nothing
going on?
much.
Yeah.
I want you to add me on PS4.
All right, so now you do have a PS4.
Yep.
Okay. Do you play UFC 2?
I'll play Fortnite.
Oh,
I'll
shit.
play Fortnite.
All right, so now I played Fortnite for 2 seconds last night. I instantly died. Like, instantaneously fucking died. Now, can I play against you? How does this work? The Battle Royal? Can we do this?
What? I'm not really sure, but if you got PS4 already, right?
Yeah, I just got it like 2 days ago.
So do you have a PlayStation Network? Like your name all set? You got online?
I do have a name, and I'm going to do the PlayStation Plus, if that's what you're talking about. I'm going to get on board with that, and yeah, I'm going to get that going. So, you have a UFC 2?
Well, when you get going, just add me.
And what's your name? So
Meaty Clackers 99.
Meaty Clackers 99. Let me write this down. Meaty Clackers.
All lowercase, no spaces.
Yeah. Can you explain to the chat room, is that your birth name, Meaty Clackers, or is it just your stage name?
That is my birth name.
Yeah. Meaty.
Yep.
You have a middle name or no?
Meaty Clackers.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay, so just Meaty Clackers. How about a confirmation name? I don't know if you're a religious person.
No, it was just Meaty Clackers.
Okay, good. All right, now you're not blocked. How's it feel to be unblocked back onto the MMA Holes? How you feel about that?
Oh, it feels good. It feels good. It's terrible because I didn't know I was blocked for a long ass time.
Oh, so were you commenting?
That sucked.
So were you commenting?
Yeah, I was commenting.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I was commenting on everything. It was pretty funny.
Well, I did notice that you did jump into a couple other chats representing the MMA Holes, so I do have respect on that end of the deal. And always remember to spam the shit out of other chats and spread the good word of the MMA Holes. I do appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. No, I do.
Cool.
Cool.
What do you think? Is Conor coming back or what?
I don't think he is. No. I don't.
Your boy is Nate Diaz.
Oh.
So, I mean, you don't think Conor's coming back. Do you think Nate's going to come back?
Only to fight Conor.
That's it.
And then I think if Nate does fight Conor one last time, I think he'll probably retire like right after.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, there you go. Meaty Clackers. All right. Any last words?
All right. I'll see you later.
All right. All right. Later. There he goes. Meaty Clackers. Right. It's good to have him back. He always brings the energy. When Meaty calls, he's always bringing the energy to the show. So that's right. UFC 2, we're going to get those gaming streams up as well. We're not going to take the place of the Wednesday show or the Monday show or the Friday show. We're going to be still doing that. But in between, if you see an alert from the MMA-Holes, from this channel over there, make sure you slap that fucking bell so you get a notification. If you do see an alert on an off night or something like that, you will... Hold on a second. I'm putting the chat back up. It will probably be something like that where we're doing some sort of gaming stream or anything like that. Remember, there is a second channel over there. If you want extra stupidity, go subscribe to Not the MMA-Holes, our second channel, which is just literally garbage. We're just hanging out over there, just having a good time. All right, let's take a couple of more comments for the chat. We'll open up the phone lines again. We have 8 more minutes taking you to the Jesse Bell Hill Show. Appreciate all the love and support. You guys are killing it, as usual. Call incoming. All right. Here it is. You're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, it's NH. Hey, Chris.
Woo! NH calling in on the MMA-Holes. What's up, Ann? What's going on?
Nothing much.
Okay.
Just in here watching a show.
All right. So now, Ann, I am looking. Hold on. I'm looking at donations and stuff like that. Have you heard anything new with the incident?
No, I haven't.
You have not heard yet from the incident. Okay. So now what is the next step? Are they saying, is there a time frame or when they're going to get back to you on this, or like what is the next step from the credit union?
Yeah, it's a time frame. It's called the waiting game.
Okay.
I have to write another letter.
You have to write, Jesus Christ. So if you just jumping in, there was a mishap on the super chat, and NH decided to give me $400. It was very generous of you. Yeah. That was very nice of you. But it'll get figured out. It'll get figured out. There's got to be a way. YouTube, by the way, is such a pain in the ass when it's super chat. I don't know. I was talking to Jessie about this, and this is what I think that YouTube is trying to do. I think if they just refunded everyone's money, what people would be doing is sending in super chats and trolling people and pulling them back. So I think what YouTube does is they make it difficult for people to not pull it back. So now if people make a mistake, it's a pain in the balls to get the money back. It's ridiculous. But
they also charge you if you want to call them.
Oh, is that
so
what
we
it
were
is?
trying to get a hold of them.
Uh-huh.
And they were going to charge us like $20-some.
Yeah, don't pay any money.
YouTube.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Or $5 for something else, and it's been
Well, your best bet is the credit union, to just have them retract it, and then there's nothing that YouTube can do. You know, if you put in for maybe a false claim or a mistake or something like that, the credit union has to be able to pull it back, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'll just put it in writing again so they have it in a letter, so they have some sort of proof. I mean, it's an honest mistake. I mean, I can't see it not happening to other people.
People make mistakes. It happens all the time. So, I mean, I'm sure it's not time.
Not 400. I'm sorry, Chris. And I am banned from Super Chat.
That's right. I do recommend the Super Chat is great. It's great, but I mean, it's convenient. That's what's nice about the Super Chat. But I prefer Streamlabs because I have a little more control. And if something like this does happen, we can refund the money immediately. So if you are looking to...
Yes, people, learn from me. Everybody, learn from me.
Yeah. And Craig Lee says call back and cancel.
I felt like an idiot. I still do.
That's all right. Well,
I feel bad too.
Your heart was in the right place. That's all that matters, and you'll get that money back, I'm sure. So don't worry about it. So what is on your mind?
Yeah, and the flights are this weekend. Yeah.
What's going on? What do you think? What's on your mind on this wonderful, wonderful Wednesday?
Oh, the fights this weekend, but also my poor little cat.
So what's the update on your cat?
He's gonna be okay. They found out it's like his gallbladder.
Mm-hmm.
The infection got into there, so he's on antibiotics, anti-inflammatories, and something else to get his fever down. So I have to keep a close eye on him and taking good care of him. Poor fella.
That does suck. Now, how old is your cat, if you don't mind me asking?
He's only about 3 years old.
Wow, so it's just a baby. It's just a kitten, that cat.
Yeah, same as Randall.
Well, listen, we're all gonna prayers for Randall. Make sure Randall gets better out there, and I hope things work out with that. Now there's some stuff to get your mind off of this situation. This weekend, there's some big fights. Is there anything that you are looking forward to this weekend? UFC 218, the tough finale. Like, what is really getting you excited?
The UFC 218. Yeah, that's not bad. It's not a bad card at all, actually.
Yeah, it's actually
It's
pretty
good. The tough final, I think, is going to be good, too. Actually, I thought the tough season wasn't that bad this year, really. Really. The women really brought it.
All right, well, I got to
There were finishes.
I got to do some homework. And I think the finale's over now. I think we're going live. We're going against the finale right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
You know, it's
so
it's so,
I DVR'd it. I have to watch it.
It was so funny. Like, I was watching the views, and it looks like when the Tough finale started, we dropped about 20 consistent. So I'm assuming people ran over to Tough and like, all right, we're watching these girls. I mean, it is the finale, for God's sakes. But I have to run it back and at least catch the last couple of fights over here. Out of the girls, like, who is someone to look forward to? Who do you think is the one in the Tough finale, without seeing the finale? But who do you think is the one that's going to take the whole thing?
You're going to make me think again.
That's right.
You know how my brain's been lately.
Mm-hmm.
I can't anything on my screen. Sorry. Now I'm feeling like more of an idiot. Help me out, guys.
All right, fuck Tough. I didn't even watch one fucking episode of Tough, so fuck Tough. Who's winning, Holloway or Aldo?
I still gotta catch up. I'm about 2 weeks behind.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
but I'm getting there.
You're killing me. No. All right, who's winning, Aldo or Holloway? Who you got?
Holloway. That I definitely know. This card I know. Yes, Holloway.
Holloway
definitely.
for the win. Alistair Overeem or Francis Ngannou? Who's winning?
Overeem.
Overeem for the win. Cejudo or Pettis? Who do you got?
I got Pettis.
Pettis for the win. All right. Alvarez versus Justin Gaethje. Who do you got?
Justin.
Justin for the win. And finally, the first fight of the main event, Tisha Torres versus Michelle Waterson, the karate hottie. Who you got?
Oh, wow. That is a tough one.
You know what's funny?
Torres.
You going Torres? Yeah, that is a tough one for me, too. That's a really tough one for me. So, Tisha Torres. There you go. The tiny tornado. All right, NH. Anything else on your mind before we let you go?
No, just hello to all the holes out there, you know.
What do you think of this format now? You got Kobe, you got the MMA-Holes, you got Jessie Belle Hill every Wednesday night, 3 shows. How you feeling about that?
I like it. That was cool. It was great.
All right, cool.
Bam, bam, bam.
Bam,
one
bam,
right after the
bam.
other.
There you go. All right, Ann. Thank you for the call.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Goodbye.
All right, NH, Swole MMA-Hole 7%er in this fucking bitch. And she's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Well, guys, that's right. This weekend, we have 2 fights to look at over here. Sean O'Malley is on Friday, and the one to look out for on this, we're going to find out who the Ultimate Fighter winner is. We're also going to find out what station it's going to be on. Like, I would like to know what station it's going to be on. I have no fucking idea what station it's going to be on. I'm assuming it's FS1, I'm guessing, over here. So we'll find that out. And when I get that information, I will let you guys know. But, yeah, we're going to be watching this together. We're going to be doing a fight reaction for this card over here. And then, boom, on Saturday, boom, 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 UFC 218 is here. Came quick. Ishmael says, MMA-Holes. MMA-Holes. That's right. Everyone scream the MMA-Holes right now in the chat as we wind this puppy down. Thank you guys so much. The donations were off the hook. The FAPs. Were there. Everyone in the chat was off the hook. We got 72 likes up in this bitch. We still got 45 watching. And now we're going to send everyone over to Jessie Belle Hill for the after show. Our moderator. Link in the description to the actual show. Or you can click on her wrench and I'll take you there as well. But link in the description to both. Check it out one more time. Right over here, JBH. She reacts. She does reaction videos on Monday nights as well. Let's scroll down. There's a lot of stuff over here. If you're watching this on a replay, guys, and you're still feeling like you want to throw a little money my way, well, here you go. You could drop into Streamlabs over there, and we have Patreon. We are on Patreon. So go check us out over there, and you can drop us $1 or $2 and support the show, man. Everything that gets thrown into this show, I just fucking spin it back around and give it right back to you guys. So I do appreciate that. And here's some of my equipment over here if you want to check that out. What I use on the show might help you out to get your podcast going as well. But here we go. Pre-show, Kobe's Corner. If you missed it, the link is there. After show, right now, you can click that link. Thank you guys for watching. I really had a great time. If you had a good time, hit me with the fucking ones right now in the chat. Thank you for watching. And always remember, don't be an a-hole, be an MMA-hole.